you could say. Today, we are part of a murder. Be like a crow, and various other things with it, such as Crow-Thulu and a fistful of feathers. Hold on, I gotta turn the gain down on this. I don't know if that's going to help. Is that a little bit better, hopefully? When I'm speaking, hopefully we won't be having too many peaks. Okay, cool. So, I mean, if we break up a little bit, that is what it is. So, of course, be like a crow. Let's see. Tim Roberts created it. Isn't that cool? Let's see. Critical Kit Ltd. Limited. They have a bunch more that I'm eventually going to get. But let's read the little blurb. In this game, for one player, you get to take on the role of a corvid, exploring the world and completing objectives while meeting other creatures and collecting weird and wonderful objects. All you need to start are these rules, a pen, paper, and a deck of cards. You can choose to play a crow, raven, rook, jackdaw, or magpie, and journey through one of 6 settings: urban, cyber, steampunk, fantasy, gothic, and the Tower of London. Spread your wings and take flight with this unique RPG. And then, of course, we have more settings. We have Crow-Thulu. In this expansion, you will face great terrors on land and in the skies. Go beak to claw against pelican cults, eldritch parakeets, gangland squirrels, and a host of other nefarious creatures. Scupper the plans of alien gods, restore balance to the universe, and build a nest. And then, of course, Fistful of Feathers. It's a Wild West expansion for the popular RPG, set in the desperate world of the Rooklands. Whether you choose to be a lawmaster, a bounty hunter, a sharpshooter, or an outlaw, you'll need to keep your wits about you and prove you have true grit. As you fly from town to town, you'll have to deal with buffalo bandits, coyote drifters, and lizards who shoot from the hip. And then, of course, with everything includes new prompts, maps, and mechanics for archetypes and money. So there we go. And as always, make sure you crack open your cold one before starting. Today I have Canada Dry Ginger Ale. So let us hop on in, and I got Canada Dry Ginger Ale on my goddamn bag already. Got your fizzy water? Excellent. We have some dice. I don't know if we need dice, but that is fine. We will get to it. So, and then in the back of the book is a character sheet, and there it is. And we, of course, already printed it out. It's a 2-sider. So we have our character sheet, and then we have objectives and notes, which we'll get to. There you go. Lines up pretty nice, I think. Oh, that's because you guys are crooked. Are you gonna fix your camera or what? Jeez. All right. So, be like a crow. Corvid, a member of the passerine bird family of Corvidae, which includes the crows, magpies, and jays, and the raven, rook, and jackdaw. Got a pair of ciders. I'm prepping to type out your own RPG adventure. Ooh. For my wife, Sarah. Well, Sarah, Tim did pretty damn good with this one, I think. So, what is a solo RPG? You guys already kind of know, so I'll kind of paraphrase. So, I, Crowbot, prepare to see the world from a different perspective. In this game for one player, the first thing you do before you begin is create your own corvid. From various species with the different abilities and characteristics, you will record this information. And then recording your own story. Oh, and I did see that earlier. Sorry, Cathon. It took a while for me to actually see in that channel. But yeah, if you want, post your own solo role playing in the channel on the Discord. Solo role playing. Just try and like either use a link and write it somewhere else, like as a paste bin, or see if you can do like a markdown block or something so that it doesn't take up like a gigantic bulk of like the channel. And then I also posted my own non-stream solo stuff. I started a loner. which we will mess with at some point because I have the Cthulhu version of that. But I don't know how to do the fancy markdown. Yeah, if nothing else, just make a paste bin, and I'm pretty sure they're free, and you just make them online, and then you can just post a link anywhere. All right, so recording your story. You will take on the role of the member of a Corvid family, using a series of writing prompts to steer them through their adventures, all while recording your experience and building a bigger story. And then you can use it through whatever. You can use a word processor, blog, spreadsheet, voice recorder, back of a napkin, sequential art. If you choose the last option, I salute you and love to see the results. I don't think we're going to be drawing Corvid comics today, just because I am not very good at drawing birds, but the most important thing we always talk about with these solo RPGs. It's important to remember that Be Like a Crow is all about getting creative and having fun. There is no wrong way to play so long as you are fulfilling those two criteria. Experiment with different ways of telling your story and find the one which works best for you. For instance, I do a live stream session at, and then there's twitch.tv/criticalkit. I do one as well, twitch.tv/uidsea. And then there's like journal entry examples and all that stuff. You'll keep a journal entry in your preferred writing style and point of view. Your world. In addition to choosing a species, you will also need to consider which setting you would like to inhabit. Do you want to be a contemporary bird and urban crow? Or does an augmented cyber crow call out to you? Maybe you want to skulk around graveyards using the gothic crow setting. Or immerse yourself in the political intrigue of the Ravens of the Tower of London. Each setting comes with its own map. I downloaded that digitally because it's for free on their website. Whichever setting you choose, it'll have an impact on your Corvid's abilities and the challenges they find themselves in. So, and of course, we have our deck, play deck. We use these to generate random events. And then we can also use them for skill checks, and then we'll get to that. So, in order to progress through your Corvid's life cycle, you need to complete 2 objectives. How much you complete per stage is entirely up to you, but the following are suggested. Fledgling, 2 objectives to juvenile. Then juvenile, 4 objectives to adult, and then adult, 6 objectives to the old crow. Objectives are discussed in chapter 3 of the rules. And then here are our life cycle stages. So this is kind of like how the game is broken into pieces. As you overcome new challenges and learn from your experiences, your skills will improve. To gain these benefits, you pass through life cycle stages, which are analogous to leveling up in other RPGs. You begin life as a fledgling, advancing to a juvenile, then to an adult, before reaching your final stage, Old Crow. In order to advance through life cycle stages, you need to complete a number of randomly generated objectives. As a fledgling, you will need to complete 2 before you can advance. Each stage requires 2 more, as I just stated, 2, then 4, then 6. And the advancements you gain are decided in the appropriate sections. So there we go. To begin the game, first thing you'll need is to create your Corvid and choose the world it lives in. And then, of course, there are character sheets for free at the website, criticalkit.co.uk/crow, and read through the brief descriptions. Once you've decided on the type of bird you want to be, use the appropriate section in the character sheet to fill it out. Once you've done this, add a few final touches to your sheet, such as give them a name, maybe an optional sketch. And after that, the second part deals with choosing the world you live in. So we're going to do urban first, just because I feel that's the easiest way you could think of. Urban just being like in a city setting, and you're a crow. The species descriptions on the following pages provide you with all the information you need to begin creating your character. Some of the information provided, such as size and weight or nesting and dietary habits, are there to offer inspiration for your journaling, and while they are not essential, I would suggest you add them to bring your Corvid to life. And we're always going to try and jump in and, have fun. Each species has its own set of strengths and weaknesses that are represented by a set of skills listed on the sheet. The more ticks you have against the skill, the more proficient you are. Skills are explained in the rules. If there are any elements you don't understand, make a note of it somewhere. Once you've read through the chapters, they should hopefully make more sense. So here are our options. We have a carrion crow. We have a magpie, if we want to go all Aussie. We have a rook. We have a raven. We have a jackdaw. Oh, I thought there were 6. Oh, other ones for whatever. And since we're doing urban, we also have an urban crow. So, what do we feel like? What do we feel like? The carrion crow often avoid social contact. When it comes to food, they can be fearless. Let's see. With the abilities we get. Starting at fledgling stage, and each stage as you advance, you can add 2 ticks to any one skill, or add 1 tick to a single skill from each of your main skill categories. And then So this is kind of like, think of D&D with ASIs with ability score improvements. You either can choose 2 skills for 1 point or 1 skill for 2 points. And then you can also add 1 additional tick, and this one is based on the species of crow. So for the carrion crow, we have Navigate, Search, Use Tool, Peck, and Scare. Ooh. And then our special ability, Intelligent and Resilient. Anytime you make a skill check in the Tools and Rituals category, you do so with Authority. And Authority is advantage. Alright, so we got that. Magpies. Magpies are not, contrary to popular belief, magpies are not thieves. That's not to say they don't play on the misconception. They are skilled in many things, have a certain arrogance about their demeanor. Predatory, scavenging, and slow to make friends, they tend to live in pairs. Okay. And for the magpie, we can add 1 additional tick to preen, scare, dive bomb, evade, or fly at fledgling cycle, and each time you advance. And then, of course, special abilities. As an aerial master, you can make dive bomb and evade checks with authority. All right, how about our rook? And there's also like the statistics and everything there, which we're not really going to worry too much about. At fledgling stage, you can do befriend, signal, preen, peck, and fly. All right. And then the rook's special ability, before making any skill check, you can choose to make a sing check. If you are successful, you will draw the assistance of another rook and can make the next skill check with authority. In place of an attack in combat, you can make a sing or signal check, and if successful, another rook will assist you, giving you 2 attacks on that subsequent round. So this one is all about, you can summon some help to essentially give yourself advantage. Quoth the Raven. Yeah. The Raven has an additional tick for peck, fly, befriend, and scare. Ooh, we could do scare. At the start of combat, you can ruff your neck feathers to make a scare check with authority. A success means that you make every subsequent attack during that combat with authority. That's not bad. And you can also make social interactions with checks with authority. And then our last one is our jackdaw. We have the ability to choose befriend, mate, signal, evade, and sing at fledgling stage. And it's a small target. Whenever you hit by an attack, you can choose to make an extra evade check with authority and not take any injuries if you succeed. So our jackdaw seems to be kind of not like stealthy, but he is our one that is very dodgy. Raven seems to be all about intimidation. The rook seems to be all about befriending. The magpie is an aerial combatant, and the carrion crow is all about using tools and rituals. All right, and we'll take a look at the urban crow as well. So the urban crow. That's what we choose depending on our location. Okay, so yeah. All right, I'm feeling. What are we feeling? Carrion crow. IMO of those choices. Intelligent and resilient. Anytime you make a check using skills in the tool and ritual category, you can do so with authority. And we also get navigate, search, use tool, peck, and scare. So he kind of seems like. Carrion crow seems like the utility crow, right? And definitely, this crow would have a utility belt on it if it had the ability. So let's go. Let's go carrion crow. Sure. Is this the right pen that I want to use? Hold on. Yep. We shall do carrion. Beautiful. Life cycle stage. We are currently at fledgling, because that's how we start out. Name. What is our name going to be? I feel that crows would have really simplistic names. I'm thinking of like a Kenku from D&D. What about like Glitter? Right? We also could name our carrion crow Frank. Crosif. Oh no, it's Crosif. There we go. Absolutely. And then we are going to use the urban. What's it called? And so let's see. What's a depiction of our carrion crow? Let's see. Because I can draw it, right? Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's see how well I can draw that one. I mean, nothing crazy, but... let's go. And then, of course, here's their wing. All right. And we'll go like this. All right. Sure, that's... He has one feather sticking straight up from his head? Okay. There we go. That's Crosif right there. Beautiful. We're gonna describe him as dummy thick. With a... let's go dummy thick with a hopping gait. And Crosif really likes hopping around. So we'll do that. All right, cool. So now let's get to our urban crow. Oh wait, I have to actually build the character first. Okay, starting at fledgling stage, you can take 2 ticks from any one skill. So we have a bunch of skills. We have fly, hop, search, navigate, befriend, signal, scare, mate, dance, sing, use tools, and preen. So we get a bonus whenever we do tools and rituals. So we're absolutely going to take 1 to tools. And then let's go fly, hop, search, navigate, befriend, signal, scare, mate, dance, sing, use tool, and preen. And then we also have combat skills, I didn't even realize. Ugh, we also have peck, claw, dive bomb, and evade. Hella navigator? Okay, we'll do navigate. And then we also gain an additional tick. Okay, so we'll take that as navigate. And then we'll have 1 more skill. Let's do peck. Yeah, we'll do peck. Got it. So we have 1 point into navigate, peck, and use tool. All right, cool. So let us go into the urban crow. And then here, use the feather as a geolocator. Yeah, he'll use his little feather as kind of like a little radar dish. He can detect the winds whenever he's going. Okay, so we're gonna do the urban crow first. So, living close to the featherless ones can be dangerous, but it also has its rewards. Those who don't walk travel by a metal box called car, a name I love because it sounds like caw, and others on 2 wheels. I wait until most of them have disappeared into their tall nests to do their work before I emerge from my own abode, high up in an apartment block. Then it's to the park to search for scraps to eat in the places where they discard what they don't want. I could do this before the sun rises, but that's when the foxes and cats are out on the prowl searching for their own tasty snacks that look something like me. Alright, so fledgling. You are still new to this. Until you complete your first objective, you must make a fly check each time you take off and land. Failing this check results in 1 injury. However, your diminutive size makes you a harder target, and you can hide in smaller places, which means all evade checks are made with authority. Okay, cool. So let me get out my, because I didn't really want to print that. Let me get out my boop. Boo, 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 boo. Do, 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 do. Oh, this is kind of good. It's a banger. We're gonna do Urban Crow. All right, so hopefully this stays up and it stays pretty. Right where the light is. Excellent. Okay. Maybe I should have printed that, but whatever. Well, I was trying to be smooth. I still can't print it. It takes 2 seconds. Let's go Urban. And let's printer. Okay. I don't know if I have any color left, but we're about to find out. All right. 2 seconds, and then we're gonna go be a crow. I'll BRB. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. You. You're gonna have to sit in here for the rest of the night. Come on, Snoop. Good Snoop. I don't know if that's going to help, but we'll try it. If not, I can just throw it up on stream. Okay. So, here is our Urban Crow map. I mean, you can see the locations. Unfortunately, it's tinted yellow, and I'm running low on ink, so it is what it is. But you can more or less see the stations, so we shall pop that back for right now. All right, so Crosif, my boy. All right. So as for checks, yeah, we already got that. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Yeah. All right, number 3 is the rules. Mark any location on your chosen map that you'd like to nest in. You might want to describe your nest and the nearby area. Okay, where do we want to nest? Do we want to nest in a residential area? Maybe the public gardens? How about the park? Should we nest in the park? Maybe an industrial unit? Let's nest by the boating lake. That sounds fun. We'll start out at the boating lake. Okay. So our nest begins at the boating lake. So something that I've started adopting with my own stuff, if it's not something, because like with Loner, it was all about narrative, but when there's if you're doing a solo RPG where it's more of, where you're doing more of like, you know, a bunch of different checks and as well as narrative, bullet points are gonna be your friend. Okay, we should be good. All right, let us see what we got. So, starting the game, we already did that. Now draw a card from the play deck and generate your first objective from the prompt table. You can also journal who came to you in this objective. Once you're done, you can begin taking turns. Okay, so I've never used this deck before. I just opened it up right before stream, which doesn't matter because we're not playing poker. I don't know if jokers matter, so I'm going to take jokers out. You guys want to see my really good card shuffling? Check this. Check this shit. Ready? Look. Perfect. Perfect. They definitely want me on the poker table when you got 100K on the line. Okay, so our first card, you guys want to call what our first card's going to be? And remember, you guys have that reroll too. But I'm going to guess our first card is a 9 of diamonds. Anyone want to guess? Three, two, one. Oh shit, King of Spades. Alright, cool. Right? Am I right? That's not a club, right? That's a spade? Yeah, it looks like a shovel. Okay. So our first objective is going to be a King of Spade. And then also we have to travel. You must generate at least one flight event before you can move to another hex. You can, of course, choose to spend as long as you want in any location and take as many turns as you wish there. So we have to do the flight check first. So what we could do is we could use that King of Spades as the flight event. So, we're doing it. The very first one, create your own event or draw again from this table. Sure, let's do, I don't know, someone give me a number. Someone give me a number 1 through 11. Or 1 through 12. 4? A tailwind gives you haste. Advance immediately to any adjacent hex. Okay, cool. So I don't know, since we have these locations, I don't know if it means that we can move... You guys can kind of see it, I think. I don't know if we're actually moving each individual hex, or if we're going from insert location to insert location. The map's divided into hexagons. You can land in any hex and explore, but you can only travel, okay, between adjacent hexes when flying. Okay, gotcha. And so we have a tailwind. Where are we going? We going north, south, east, or west? I'm going to say we're going to go towards the residential area. So I'm going to say we're going to go up here. So, we did our travel thing. As for our... You must make a flight check each time you take off and land. Okay. So we already did that. So now we can generate our first objective. First thing you need to do in starting a game, you'll Also generate a new objective each time you enter a new life cycle stage. To generate an objective, draw a card from your deck. Queen of Spades. Maybe we should shuffle again? Is the next one Jack? Yes, the next one Jack of Spades. All right, hold on. Okay, let's retry that. There we go, 9 of clubs, a little bit better. Now let's go to our objectives. Ooh. Each time you enter a new hex, you must take at least one turn. This involves drawing one card, comparing it to the generic events table. There are 2 types of events. One for whilst you're in flight, the other when you were landed. You'll need to refer to the appropriate one for your circumstances. All right, cool. Well, first thing is our objective. Where is our urban crow? You think it's at the very back because it's urban? U? That's clockwork. Urban crow, okay. So our first objective, 9 of clubs. An old tree in the park is going to be destroyed. You know of a bunch of rooks in X location who might be able to convince you to build new homes and give the tree protected status. Okay, so our first objective is in the old park, is that what it said? In the park, okay. So our first objective is getting down here to the park. I know you guys are blocking it. If you could get out of the way, please. So, objective 1. First objective. Tree in park. Getting cut down. And then we need to find rooks in... I guess we have to just draw some random location, right? For each, I would draw 3 cards against the object, location, and character prompts table. Okay. So the location, let's go... we'll do just 1. We'll do 1 spade. 6. An alley. An alley. An alley. Where is there an alley? I don't see an alley anywhere. Let's see where it might make sense to be. Oh, okay. We just have to look for some place with an alley. Where do we think an alley would be? Maybe... How about the shopping center? No, financial district. Let's go to the financial district. Okay. Okay, so we're looking for some rooks in the financial district. So we'll do rooks. All right, so let us get this show on the road because we are here. We need to get here and then here. So we shall do. And we're going to be drawing from the deck a lot, which is fine. And then our urban crow will just keep you right here. Okay, cool. So now let us get to it. Every time we're going, we fly to a place, then we can take one of the following actions on our turn. We can generate an objective, which we already did, generate an event, travel to a new hex, take flight or land, use an object, or take a combat option. So, we landed just outside of this like little boating area. So let us generate an event. And the way to do that is on our events table, which is... I should have labeled this one, but I did not. Ah, excellent. Our events will be right here. So we have landed. So let's do an event on land. And we'll do 4 of spades. So 4, character who is hostile wants to eat you. Make an evade check, or they take a bite of your wing and you suffer 1 injury. Enter combat to escape. Okay. Character. Let's go. What character? Urban Crow characters. 10 of spades. A window cleaner. A window cleaner wants to take a bite of me. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Sure, man. Yeah. Yeah, a window cleaner wants to eat this crow. Maybe he just hasn't been doing good hasn't been doing too well in life. Okay. Attacker evade score, injury, slots, and damage. He swings his squeegee because you're a bird. It seems like a bite threat. Yeah. I was gonna more, flavor it as a zombie apocalypse. But no, that's more fun. Okay, so the window cleaner has a +1 to its attack and evade score. The zombie route's fun too. Yeah, we'll do the bite threat for now. We weren't gonna do the zombies right now. He has 4 injury slots, and his damage is 1. So, make an evade check, or they take a bite out of your wing. So how do we make an evade check? That's a good question. I got no goddamn clue. Skill checks. Did we have anything in evade? We do not. Okay, so we got a +0 to it. That's fine. Many prompts require you to make a skill check if you were to overcome certain challenges. You can also make these checks whenever you feel like it makes sense to do. A good rule of thumb is that if you are attempting to do something where success isn't guaranteed, you should make a skill check. For instance, if you want to hop down some steps, this would be a very simple task. If you're attempting to hop through a tangle of briars without injuring yourself, it should be a hop check. So we're going to draw 1 card from the play deck. That's a fucking jack. Okay, great. The value of this card is the target required to succeed. Cool. So I got an 11. Draw a card and add the value to this card to the number of ticks you have for the skill check. A queen. And I have 0 in evade. But hey, we did it, so I won. So we evaded, thankfully. Good. Which, it doesn't really matter, because if I remember right, the Urban Crow makes all evade checks with authority, right? Yes, all evade checks are made with authority, so either way I got it. Alright, cool. So our first actual event, let's go Bob the window cleaner tried swatting me, but I evaded nimbly as he came up with his squeegee of doom. That was just fledgling. So we have fledgling, and then we also have the location of where we're going to be. So for fledgling, we have we must make a flight check every time we take off and land, but failing this results in injury. Your diminutive size makes you a harder target. You can hide in smaller spaces, which means all evade checks are made with authority. So he was swapping he was doing his little window squeegee. He saw us, maybe we got too close and we scared him or something. So he went to swipe, but because of us, we dashed around the chain that was holding him up, you know, like that bucket that window cleaners do, and we avoided him. So we made our first event that we succeeded. We made our first fly check that we succeeded. And now it is time we're going to move. So every time we take off, we have to do a flight check. So we got to make sure that we have our, our wheels up. We make sure all the passengers are seated, etc., etc. An ace. Okay, so an ace is a 1. It's a 3. So we succeeded that flag check. The way that we do skill checks is interesting. Instead of dice, it's just cards. So we are going to move south because, again, we're trying to get down to this financial district here. So are we even going to stop here? We could just keep flying, right? So we traveled to a new hex on the map. We'll say I'm not going to worry about narrating between the different locations. I'm just going to narrate the events. All right, Soar. Let us keep on flying. I say we're just going to keep going. So every time we still have to do a fly, which it is what it is, until you complete your first check. Yeah. So I'm going to say that we're just going to be flying pretty far through. Let's say we get down... Six. Okay. Let's say we go down 6 spaces and then we'll do an event. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we shall do an event. We're going to... Let's do an event in flight. Because why not? 2 of spades. You meet a jackdaw who offers to accompany you and help you at your next location. In the current and next hex you visit, make all checks with authority. They will leave after your next hex. Okay. So let's say... Let's name him Breck, the jackdaw. Meets with us. To assist. All right. So for the next one, we're going to go on down, and then we'll do another event because we have, So we are going to land, and in order to land, we need to make a flight check. So we got a 6, and we got 10. So we've succeeded that flight check. We're going to land. We're going to land with Breck the Jackdaw, and we're going to do an event on land. So 9 of diamonds. Thank God it's our first frickin' diamond event, or red event. You meet character. The character is, of course, seven of black, which is a lost raven. We meet a lost raven. Who is hostile. You have time to make an evade check to see if you can hide somewhere before they spot you. If you fail, your cover is blown, they engage with you in combat. Okay, so... Raven, who is Angie. So let's see. We have evade with authority. Boom. Okay. So. Okay, I'm gonna have to start shuffling these. But we did fail that. Yeah, because the next 3 were just sequentially in a line. So we... Whatever. Alright. If you fail, your cover is blown and they engage in combat with you. So this is our first combat. Hope you guys are excited. I certainly am not. Oh, you apparently do play with jokers as well, so that's good. All right. You live in a dangerous world. Not every creature you encounter will be an ally. Some see you as a threat, others as enemies. Alright, well. So they all have 3 numbers on them, which is attack and evade, injury, and then injuries they inflict. If you wish to create your own character stat, use something similar. Combat takes place in a series of rounds. He's mean and goes by Seamus. Ooh, I like that, okay. Seamus the Lost Raven. Seamus has a +1 to attack and dodge, or evade. He has 2 HP and he does 1 damage. So, Raven, who is angry, and Seamus attacks. Alright. So, how does combat actually work? I'm assuming it's the exact same thing as all the other skill checks. Choose whether to attack with Dive Bomb, Claw, Beak, or alternatively to flee below. What? I can't use Peck? Dive Bomb, Claw, Beak, or alternatively to flee combat. And draw a card and attack the number, and then add the number of ticks to your chosen combat value. This is your attack flee score. Draw a card from your opponent and add their attack evade score. Okay, so player's Beak is Peck? Oh yeah, that might be an error because there's only Peck, Claw, Dive Bomb, and Evade. There's no Beak skill, so I'm going to assume it's Peck then. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's all character facing, so there's no like GM roll, so everything you roll is on your character or to your character. If your attack score is higher than to your opponent, you inflict 1 injury, and then they do the opposite. Draw a card and add your opponent's attack score, and then draw a card and add a number of ticks for your evade. Okay, so as soon as we level up, we're getting evade. Wait, don't I make all evade skills with, all evade checks. All evade checks, okay, not skills in combat. That would be probably broken as shit. Or no, wouldn't that make sense? Because if we're a small little bird, do you think we'd go with authority? Well, I don't know, but let's find out. So first, we're going to attack with Beak, so Peck. So we're going to draw a card. 7 + 1, so mine's 8. He screams, "Caw, caw, Cthulhu," as he attempts to peck out your eyes. We're not there yet. But yes. And he has a 5, so we do 1 damage to him. Alright, so we'll do how I did with the Call of Cthulhu. I'm just going to put ticks there next to each event, and that indicates their health. Alright, cool. And so he calls out at us a lost raven. And, you know, ravens, since they're a pretty big bitch, he flies on by, but we dodge him as he comes up to attack us. So we fly on in, and we just go to town on that motherfucker. We just fly right up, and we just peck the shit out of his neck. And then we flap on off for a second. He's gonna swing back around. He has an 8 with a +1, so that's a 9. And I have a king, so boom! We dodged his attack. He tries to come back at us, but he's just not in it since he felt that peck right in his neck. And then we're going to Krosef, yes. Oh yeah, Krosef's a feisty little guy. He's a feisty little beast. So we're gonna fly in up, boom, we're gonna attack, 5. And then ace, so that's a 1. So boom. From your chosen combat skill, since we have 1, so it's actually a 6. And then aces are considered 1. So boom. As we fly on up, we get him right in that neck spot again. And the raven, he drops. We just got right in his fucking neck, and he is just... Now, since we did that, Do we get, like, XP or anything? No. Combat ends when you or your opponent sustain the maximum number of events, or when you successfully flee combat. So, we didn't take any damage, thank God. Krosif went up against that Raven, who was probably about twice the size of him, and just pecked the shit out of his neck. And he got him. Krosif has been defeated. He lets out a victory and keeps on going. So there is also healing when we do take a damage. When we, once per hex, whenever you land, you can make a preen check. You can heal 1 injury. And then some events will also allow you to heal. Alright, cool. And then it just says, whenever you deplete the play deck, you shuffle and re-go again. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. Oh! It didn't really matter because we had that Jackdaw, bro. That Jackdaw was going to help us for this turn. Well, I mean, either way. Either way, we fucking ace. Hitless. Hitless, baby. So, our next one, we're going to fly on out here. And we are going to land, so we do need to make a fly check. So 1, we literally can't win or lose. Okay, yeah, there you go. Boom. So fly check, thankfully, we are fine. So we land, and we're looking for these rooks. So what these rooks want from us, might be able to convince to build new homes and give the tree protected status. So we're gonna have to, I think, convince these rooks, right? Do we have? We don't have, like, I'm assuming Sing is kind of like the... Sing is the, I guess, like the, I don't know, the persuasion skill, maybe? That's what it seemed like. The only other thing I could think of is using objects. You can carry 2 objects at a time, one in your beak, one in your claws. If you're carrying 2 objects, you must choose to drop one or hide it. If you drop an object while in the same hex, you discarded it. Oh, if you drop it while in flight, you must make a search check to find it again. If you hide an object, you can automatically find it again in the same hex anytime you land there. Mark your object on the hex. Many objects grant specific benefits, which are outlined in their description. Okay. Well, we don't have an object, but we have to convince. So I'm going to say that the Sing check, or maybe befriend? What do you think? Do you think Sing or befriend would be more appropriate for trying to convince someone? What do you think Krosef would do better? The only reason I'm going Sing is because the magpie, or no, not the magpie, the rook, you can use to make a Sing check. If you're successful, you draw the assistance of others. I'm assuming so, but I could be wrong. Sing possibly? Okay. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. So yes, we're going to make a Sing check. I mean, we don't have any points to it anyway. So a 10. Ooh. 8. Shit. Okay, so we failed the Sing check. That's how I'm going to word it, or, you know, convince check, whatever you want to say. So unfortunately, we have to generate 1 flight event every single time we fly into the hex. Okay, that's fine. Every time we land into a hex. Well, we'll do that with the next one. So, unfortunately, we were not able to convince. We were not able to convince them currently. Oh, hey, everything explains right here. Okay, so befriend is getting the right side of others. Signal allows you to call on assistance. Scares intimidate, and mate determines how well you are to form a bond with another character. Sing is how well you can vocalize. Dance is how well you can shake tail feathers. Use tools, your aptitude for using tools, and then preen is used for healing. And then, of course, obviously the combat abilities. And then fly, hop, search, and navigate is pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna say realistically, it's probably befriend then. which that's fine. So we had to make that check. We were not able to. So let us... What we'll do... Because I'm not just going to keep sitting here and making checks. So I'm going to say... I'm gonna circle on back. We're going to fly. An ace, a red ace. Create your own event or draw again from the stable. Let's go, I don't know, fucking... 7. 9. 9? That sound good? Yeah. You meet an elder of your own species. They have a mission for you. If you accept, you may generate a new objective. So this will... Our first objective is we need to, you know, take in the park. Oh, I've been doing the... Shit, I've been doing the... What's it called? It's backwards. I've been putting all of our notes in our objective slot, which whatever. Yes, so we will get a new objective. 5. There's a new rubbish bin installed at location. It looks like the other birds aren't aware of it yet, so you could stock up on food. Location, 9. Okay, where's the location? Black 9. A busy shopping mall. Okay, so shopping center. So we can go... Let's go here. We'll go trash bin. Okay. So why don't we'll swing over to the trash bin and then we'll come back and see if we can do the, what's it called? Or I don't know, am I just supposed to succeed? Who might be able to convince to build new homes and give the tree protected status. Maybe? Maybe I'm just supposed to succeed? I don't know, man. Make a note of it somewhere. There'll be times where you have several unresolved objectives. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say if you actually are supposed to pass the test. So you know what? What if we just convince the rooks? We convince the rooks and now we have to get over there. So the other one is shopping mall bin has free food. Okay. So we'll say that let's say we convince the rooks to help us. Now we have to get to the park. So that's what we'll do. So the rooks, we were able to get the rooks to help us. Now we got to bring them over to the park. And I think along the way, we can stop off at that shopping center and get that free food bin. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fly, and then let's land. So we need to do a fly check. 2, 3, we won. And then we'll do an event on the ground. So event on land, red 4. The terrain becomes difficult. Make a successful hop check or you become stuck for several hours and take 1 injury. A little hop check. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. Just curious, since I chose navigate, what the fuck does navigate do? Is your ability to find your way around without becoming lost. I assume it's based on stats or on like events. So we're gonna make a hop check. A 3? Oh, dude, we can beat a 3, right? Can we beat a 3 in our hop check? Bro! Okay, so the terrain was really difficult. We landed to kind of give ourselves kind of a breather. And as we're kind of just, you know, hopping around and trying to maybe look for just a little snack or something to nibble on, we get caught up in, let's say, a bunch of like tangled roots. And we get our foot caught in there and we're just thrashing around for a while. And unfortunately, we take an injury. Well, that sucked. That wasn't good. Okay, well. Let's continue on, shall we? So, let's go. Let's head on over here. That one damage is gonna be the death of you. I know, right? Well, we have 6 in total, but still. All right, we have to make a fly check again. King, bro, we can't beat a king. Fucking. What's that? Do we take an injury from that? We just got another goddamn injury trying to take off. All right, so we'll do landed on ground, got caught and hurt, tried to take off, got hurt. Okay, well, we're already up to 2 damage, so I mean, that's not good. We were gonna do an event, weren't we? Well, whatever, we'll just do the next one. Alright, so we're flying on up over here. And of course, we gotta do a check. Mm-hmm. So we will do, let's stay in the air so we don't have to frickin' land this. Actually, no, if we land, let's land. 7. Jack, okay, so we succeeded. Let's land because I want to do something. I want to preen and heal myself. 9. 4, we didn't heal, great. Okay, well, we're on land, so let's go a 6, a red 6. You meet character. You can make a successful befriend check, and they will tell you about object in location. Otherwise, they flee. Okay, cool. Boop. 5 of diamonds is a lost dog. We found a lost dog named. Let's find a we found a lost dog named Walter. Named Walt. Walt sounds good. Befriend check. We don't have anything to befriend. 4. 10. Oh, we got it, baby. We like Walt. He told us about a blank in blank. So he told us about a diamond ring. Shiny, shiny, shiny. You know, a few birds who will trade this for another object. Okay, a diamond ring in a rowboat on the lake. Son of a bitch, right by our house. Okay, so there is a diamond ring right next to our nest. Like, legit 1 tile over from our nest. Told us about diamond ring next to nest. Okay, well, if we find one, if we get it back over there and find it, great. If not, oh well. That's kind of horse hockey, isn't it? All right. Well, thanks, Walt, I guess. Thanks, but I don't know if we're really doing much. We got to take off. Jack, Queen. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. So we took off. We're going towards this bin, and then we're going to get an event in the air. King of Diamonds, which is a flock of swallows offer to guide you to a location of your choice. If you accept, you only need to take 1 turn per every 2 hexes traveled until you arrive at your destination. If we do that, we can zoom. We can finish both objectives right now. Yeah, we're going to accept, because we can do both objectives right now, and then we can get into the next phase of our life. So yes. Group of swallows. What are we going to call a group of swallows? Actually, curious. I doubt it, but does a group of swallows have a name? It's called a gulp. Come on, man. Yeah, it's called a gulp. Okay, sure, man, whatever. A group of swallows. We'll call them the Gulp Force 5. Offers to escort us to next objective. That's not the direction I was thinking. Honestly, it's about what I was expecting, if I'm being completely honest, but all right, cool. Yeah, so Gulp Force 5 is flying on in. We're trying to just kind of get our thing, go to our bin, and Gulp Force 5 just, flies up with us and is escorting us for a minute. And I assume, I don't know what a swallow sounds like. I assume it's like maybe. I have no idea what a swallow sounds like. I don't know if the whistle's even caught on camera. But first thing, we're going to land, and we need to do a flight check, which is the very end of the very first part of the deck. So much like a Family Guy reference with a team of birds. I know, it's horrible. Queen, 8. Cool, we just got damaged landing. All right. So Gulp Force 5 is watching us, and absolutely watches us absolutely eat shit as we land. I can shovel perfectly. Close enough. So we landed, and we're gonna do a preen check. Ace, we literally can't. Okay, cool. So our preen check. So we got this one back. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing there with the HP. So there we go. That one, we got our HP back. We're just down to 2. And then we're gonna have to take off. So, oh no, first we land, because we're gonna find this bin. So we actually do succeed with our first objective. Our first objective, we have landed with the bin. Thankfully, there is not any birds else around, and we fly on in there, and we get food to our heart's content. We found a trash bag. It has a whole bunch of like nasty bread. Let's say it was like a fucking sandwich shop, right? Since we're in urban, the New Yorkers I worked with at my last job said like chopped cheese is a thing that only started popping up a few years ago, and like when they were growing up, there was no such thing. So I'm gonna say we found like a whole ass chopped cheese in there. Crosif is getting that bread. We get a nice thing of chopped cheese, and we just peck to our heart's content. You know what? We might even carry it with us. Do we want to carry it with us? Let's not carry it with us. But yeah, Krosif is just nomming down on that chopped cheese like it's the last thing he's ever gonna eat. Gotta imagine. Yeah, he got a little beer belly. Here, hold on. There we go. There we go. There's his little beer belly. It's definitely not bird boobs. Don't even think about that. Okay, cool. So we got our chopped cheese. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Does that... You could stock up on some food. Okay, because there's not like a food stat, so we don't have to worry about any of that. All right. So Krosif is making it. He's making his way downtown, trying to, fly as he can. We unfortunately have to take another flight check. So 5. And fun of a fifth. Okay, so we're back up to 3 HP. Ah, boy. I don't know, man. Whatever. Okay, cool. So Krosif, because he's a pudgy little bird right now because he was eating that chopped cheese, he tries to get up and he flops back down real quick, and then he flies back up. And then Gulp Force 5 is just kind of watching us on like a ledge. But we only have to do 1 every 2 locations for right now. So you'll need to do 1 turn per every 2 hexes. So we're flying to it. Boop, boop. And then boop, boop. So we have Gulp Force 5, and it flies away. It says, and whatever the hell that means in Swallow. And it flies on off. They fly on off, and we had the rooks with us. So the rooks are going to help us. What the hell was the objective for the rooks? A bunch of rooks who might be able to convince to build new homes and give the tree protected status. So and I don't think we actually needed to go to the rooks first, but whatever. We're messing around with it. We're having some fun. So we got the rooks there, and that is our second objective. That is objective number 2, and much like a Corviknight, we're gonna spin around a little bit. We're gonna glow and we're gonna evolve because we have just become juvenile. We have mastered the art of flying. You begin to learn around the world. Add 1 tick to any 2 of your travel and exploration skills, and 1 tick to use tool. Pick any other 2 skills to add 1 tick to. Bro, we just got a lot of skills. Because... where are we? Okay, so here. So we're going to go... Master the art of beating the hell out of a raven, damn right. So, add 1 tick to any 2 of your travel and exploration skills. So let's do 1 to fly. Yeah, a toddler essentially beat up like a 30-year-old man. We're going to throw 1 to fly, and let's do 1 to hop. And 1 to use tool. Okay, cool. Pick any 2 skills to add 1 tick to. Evade, abso-fucking-lutely. We need evade in everything, dude. And let's do... What are the skills that the carrion crow is really good at? Scare. So we're gonna do... Let's do scare. And then, now that we leveled up as a carrion crow, now add 1 tick... You can add 1 additional tick at fledgling stage in each time you advance a life cycle. Okay. Each time you advance a life cycle, 1 extra tick on navigate, search, use tool, peck, or scare. So what are we going to do there? Do we want to do... I'm thinking either peck or scare? Because we haven't had to navigate or search anything yet. Peck just for damage? Yeah, I think so. Yep. For in the event it comes up. All right. So, tell you what. For each stage, life cycle stage, Krosif is going to get another feather. So now he currently has 2 feathers on his head. He looks like a rabbit. I like him. I like Krosif. So we essentially went through a quarter of a run. How do you guys feel about Be Like a Crow so far? It's interesting. It's interesting. We'll definitely, at some point again, we'll definitely do Cthulhu and Fistful of Feathers. If we hopefully don't fucking die. I mean, we're only at 3 HP. And unfortunately, when you level up, you don't actually, like, heal. So that is the only thing that does kind of suck, but it is what it is. At least I don't think so, right? Let me double check. Alright. Skill checks, and then... Where is the level up? Completing objectives. When you're ready to level up, follow the instructions of your species and adjust your strats accordingly. Okay, yeah, so there's no healing. So there is no healing, unfortunately. That's fine. So let us generate a new objective. So we need to do 4 objectives this time. So now we need 4 objectives. So let us generate a new one. 10 of diamonds. Your nest has been destroyed by bad weather. You know there is a good spot in location. Travel there, pick up some twigs along the way, and build your new home. In 5. Urban crow locations, a 5 of black, a streetlight. All right, cool. Where's a good streetlight, you think? Where do we want our new nest to be? Do we want financial district? Do we want the industrial units? You know what? I think we want town hall. I mean, we're getting a little bit older. We're getting a little bit big for our feathers. I think a streetlight on town hall will be a good idea, right? Or should we do, or what else? Like train station, maybe? The residential area? Could do the sports field. Are we a sporty crow? Train station? Okay, we'll do train station. It's, you know, only the entire fucking side of the city, so let's do that. So we're looking for a new nest. All right, so objective. Nest is destroyed. Need new one in train station. What's the train station going to be called? Not Grand Central. We're not actually in New York. Let's call it Topher Stanley Train Station. And Topher Stanley was terminal velocity. It just fucking flies off. Topher Stanley was an incredibly popular chopped cheese frisbee thrower. He was probably the best man to ever be able to throw a chopped cheese like a frisbee. And he died in an unfortunate accident where he was taken out by the mafia because the other guys, they just couldn't throw chopped cheese like him. That's unfortunately, it's terrible, really. I mean, officially it was because he had a heart attack brought on by a bullet, but everyone knows, like, even Gulp Force 5 was talking about it. Topher Stanley, he was killed by the mafia for being too good of a chopped cheese frisbee thrower. So there we go. Yes, for anyone listening and watching, you don't have to make anything fun. Sometimes making things stupid makes it even more fun. All right, so we have to go from point A to point B, and we have to find some more objectives along the way. And if we don't, then we just generate an objective once we're up there. We do need to pick up some... We do need to pick up some twigs, so we'll try and do a search at some point. But now we don't have to worry about, hitting flight every single time, so that's cool. But instead, what we have to do... Let me just use let me use this. Oop. We should be using the jokers we can use, but I'm not worried about it. You master the art of flying. Add 1 tick to any... Okay, yeah. So now we can... Of course, we didn't put anything to search. We put things to navigate, but not to search. Which is fine. We'll at some point look for... We'll at some point search for these... what's it called? Let's see. What is... Used to find objects, characters, and food. Yep. Alright, cool. So, let's get to it. Now we at least don't have to make flight checks, so we're not going to keep taking damage like a mad lad. However, we still have to generate an event every time we go. So, after the rooks helped us with our tree over here, we're going to start heading right north. We're going to head north, and we're going to do an event. Let's do a flight event. Blackjack. You fly into a low cloud of mist. Make a navigation check. On a failure, you become lost and must take another turn in the current hex. Hey, we actually did put in to navigate. So, 10. All we did. Up to a queen. Boom. So let's throw that in our notes. After saving old tree, fly north directly into mist. But deftly navigate out. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so we fly on out. And we're going to let's fly on through here, and whatever this is, we're gonna land. Are you Woodson son? Damn right, DJ. So let's give DJ a little bit of backstory. Let's give DJ a little bit of lore that we got going on. So we're playing Be Like a Crow, and this is also a good way to just recap on what we've done so far. We made a crow. We made a carrion crow named Croseph. And we're in insert urban city here. There's our crow, by the way. We started as a fledgling, which is essentially like a baby. From all of that, we dodged a window cleaner. We had a jackdaw come and help us. We attacked a raven, and we beat the raven hitless. As a baby, we landed at a shopping bin, ate a nice big chopped cheese. We got a bunch of rooks to help us save an old tree that was going to be taken out. We found a lost dog along the way named Walt. He told us about a diamond ring that was in a boat in the lake, which that's where our nest initially was, but it got destroyed. As we were going to our tree here, we found a group of swallows called Gulp Force 5, and they helped us fly over there. After saving the tree, however, our nest, like I said, was destroyed, so we have to set up a new one in the train station, on a streetlight in the train station. The train station is named Topher Stanley Train Station. And the reason why was because Topher Stanley was the best chopped cheese frisbee thrower of this city. Unfortunately, the mob took him out because no one could beat him. And, you know, if he's not going to play by the mob's rules, it is what it is. So, Topher Stanley is the name on the train station. It was erected in his honor. To this day, no one has been able to throw a chopped cheese frisbee as well as him. But yeah, so that's where we're at. We flew into a cloud of mist and we navigated out of it. And now we're going on in. We're going to continue up. Does this mapping, doesn't this kind of remind you of 4 Against Dark or Alone Against Fear, where we were doing like the cubes? All right, we will do another event. We'll do a flight event this time. Seems like a lot for an hour. So I was kind of like learning, like we can speed this up, but you know. Actually, no, you're right. Like we have gotten through a lot of content. 9 of Hearts. You meet an elder of your species. They have a mission for you. All right, we're definitely going to accept because we need 3 more objectives. Queen of... Your favorite human has lost an object. You think you last saw it at location. Go there and find it and take it back to him. It's really good. I didn't get the second one yet, but I definitely want to at some point. Okay. So our favorite human lost a... At... Our favorite human lost a... Earphones. The humans like to store those strange bits of string in their heads. They're also dangerous to other birds. So we're trying to find a set of earphones at a fountain in the park. Okay. So we're going to go look for a set of earphones at the fountain in the park, which is, I assume it's the fountain location. And so that is objective number 3. Okay. So, who's our favorite human? Topher Stanley Jr., the son of the greatest chopped cheese frisbee thrower in insert X city here. I think we got it right. He is our favorite human. He's the next favorite human because he's the son. That would make sense, right? I think so. I think so. All right. It's the mob guy who took him out. Topher Stanley's brother. Topher Stanley with an A. Lost earphones. Yeah, you're right. I hated Topher Stanley. I wanted him gone. Lost earphones at fountain. Have you been listening, or do I gotta catch you up? Also, what up? Because I will catch you up. We did just catch DJ up. I had to step away, no headphones. Okay, do you want to be caught up, or do you want to just want me to just continue for right now? Bro, why is my fucking... Is that a little bit better? Can you guys hear me alright still with that, right? I'm trying to play with the freaking audio, but up to you. I'll tell you what, at our next objective we'll catch you up. I think it's also because it's so close to my face. It keeps saying that I'm peeking on OBS, but whatever. All right, so anyways, so our favorite human, Topher Stanley, lost his earphones at the fountain. So we're right here. We got to go over to the fountain and get the earphones. So we are no longer a babu. We leveled up to a juvenile. So we no longer have to worry about doing flight checks every time we fly and land. So that's good. So let's zoom on over here. We are looking for some twigs to bring to our nest. So let us land this time right in the center of the shopping center, because obviously that's the best place to find twigs. And we're going to do a search check. 3, Come the fuck on. Okay. Well, we unfortunately did not. This is a brand new deck, so I'm probably going to shuffle it a bunch of times. We didn't find our twigs, so we're going to go to the next location. And we're going to do a... Let's land and do another land event. Boop. 6 of black. You spot blank object on the ground. You may take it. What object did we find? A king of diamonds. What does that actually mean? A school tie. The human fledglings put these under their squishy heads. They do make lovely warm linings for nests, though. We found a hair tie that we can use for our nest. Oh, bro, we're taking it. We're 100% taking it. We have to. We're trying to make our new nest. We're like 110%. Found a hair tie in shopping center. Took for nest. And we can finally use this box here. Objects carried. Hair tie. So we can only carry 2 things. We can carry... Yes. No, we just have to gather things. It's more, I'm pretty sure I just have to get there. I'm just doing it more of like a backstory and for just, role-playing a little bit. We can carry 2 things, one in our beak, one in our claws. So, there we go. There we go. So we have ourselves a hair tie. Let's fly on back over here. We're gonna land, and we're gonna do a preen check to try and heal ourselves. So, boom, quit, motherfucker. We did not heal ourselves. All right, well, we got to the fountain, and we completed one of our objectives. That is 1 of 4 to become a adult. Cool. Now it's time to swing on back. We'll do another event. We'll land again and we'll do another event. 7, a black 7. You find a message scratched in the dirt by another of your species who needs help. You can generate a new objective, and we are. We are going to. A 3. Character is feeling a bit lonely. Go find them and do your best to cheer them up. They like object, so that may help. Okay. So we are looking for an angry cat. They might like a driver's license. Okay. We have to go possibly steal a driver's license. Okay, new objective. An angry cat. What's the cat's name going to be? An angry cat named Snowball? Sprinkles. Goreflood. I don't like that name. Okay, Goreflood. I was going to do like one of my guys in high school. He named his cat Mr. Baby Waffles McGee. Needs a driver's license to cheer up. Yeah, cool. Cool. My mix on Garfield? No, I like it. It's pretty good. All right, so there's Goreflood. We have to go find Goreflood. Where is he? Where is Goreflood? I'll tell you what. In the next one, the next place we land, which is right now, we're going to land, and we're going to try, and I was going to say we're going to try and befriend a local bird to see if we can find him. But that makes sense. If that's the case, we got to go to Town Hall. So let's go Goreflood. All right, cool. So then if that's the case, We can do... There's a lot of these events. Can I do... What else can we do? There's only like 6... There's only like, what, 6 things you do? Generate event, generate... Oh, you can generate objectives. Okay, cool. Travel to a new hex, take flight or land, use an objective, use an object, or take a combat turn. All right, so we're going to land, and again, we're going to try and preen. Going to do a preen check. Preen check. Can we heal? Itch. I got to shuffle these cards better. Okay, so we weren't able to heal. That's fine. All right, well, we're going to keep on going. So we're going to go and see if we can't find... We're going to land again, see if we can preen. Bro, we're not going to be able to. What do... If you're attempting a... Okay. Draw 1 card, values the target succeed. What if it's equal or higher? Okay, so we did do a preen check, so we finally have healed back 1 HP. So we're now down to 2 HP. Or we're back up to, sorry, we're back up to 4 HP, I should say. Cool. Let's continue on. And I'm going to go up the high street, and that's where I'm going to look for my... We're going to go up to High Street, and that's where we're going to look for a DM, for a license. So I'm going to land again, see if I can preen. Absolutely not. Okay, didn't preen. That's fine. We're not healing. But nope, we're going to take flight. Head to High Street, and now we're going to land, and we're going to search. We're going to do a searchy search. 7. Oh, we can get this. 5. Some bitch. Okay. Well, we didn't search. So let's throw that in our notes. Landed in High Street. Looked for license and couldn't find one. So let's say that we were hopping around. We landed, we're hopping around. We thought we saw a license as we were going up. A human popped by and just shoot us away. And he shoot us away and kind of like blocked our ability to get into that little room that they were in. So unfortunately, we didn't find one. But that's fine. We're just gonna keep on going. And let's do a flight event since we haven't done one in a little bit. The Ace of Spades. You meet a potential mate. If you're looking for love, make a mate check. On a success, they will accompany you on your adventures. Oh, bro, did we just find our crow waifu? Let's make a mate check. Bro, we're getting a girlfriend. Bro, we just got a girlfriend. What's Krosif's girlfriend's name? Crow waifu for crow laifu. Damn right. Crosifina, yes. Okay. Found Crosifina. Digging through trash. Love at first sight. All right, so we now Crosifina Copperbeak. I love it. Let's do heart. Let's do Crosifina Copperbeak. Copperbeak. Hell yeah. Okay. We have a waifu for our laifu. They'll accompany us in our adventures. All right, so not necessarily Not necessarily any bonus, but now we have someone who is following with us. And you guys can let me know how Crosofina will react to some events. So we bring Crosofina because we want to do good for Crosofina. We're going to land and we're going to do another preen check. We're going to heal ourselves. We definitely healed ourselves. We're back up to full HP. Probably should have used a pencil for this shit, but whatever. It's harder for you guys to see if I don't use a pen. Alright, cool. Crosofina Copperbeak. I love it. Alright, I'm going to go on here. We're going to land, and we're going to do another search. 9, 2. Alright, we couldn't find that. Well, that sucks. Let's go here, since we're looking for Goreflood. We're going to land one final time before we talk to Goreflood. 3, 4. Yo, okay, we found a license. Found license right outside Goreflood's home. So we found ourselves a license. We're going to bring the license to brought to Goreflood. So he's an angry cat, right? He's an angry kitty. What's Goreflood look like? Is he still going to be like an orange, like a calico? Tabby cat? Tabby cat? Is that what Garfield is? I don't remember, man. But yes, we flew up with Crosofina, and as we are, hello? Someone was fucking calling me. I don't know who that is. Orange one-eyed snaggletooth. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So Goreflood is our orange one-eyed snaggletooth bastard. An angy stupid cat, like what Class said. And he goes meow, meow. And that's something dumb in cat. No one cares about what cats say. And we fly over. We make sure that Crosofina is far back, and we fly over and we drop that license right in front of Goreflood's face, and boom, we have gotten 2 out of the 4 objectives done to become adult. I'm pretty excited. Okay. Well, I mean, we did it. We may as well go up to number 3, and we're gonna start churning out events. We're gonna land, and we're gonna churn out events because we need our 4th objective, which we can also just make an objective. But let's see. 2. You meet character holding object. Make a befriend check to persuade them to give it to you, or fight them for it. Otherwise, they leave you alone. So I meet character holding object. So we meet a window cleaner again, holding a bag of fries. Oh, bro. We're going to befriend this bitch, because I'm not fighting this window cleaner. Are we fighting a window cleaner for a bag of fries? Do we want to fight him? The first one took a swipe at us. Imagine it's the same guy as last time. Yeah, he just keeps seeing us. Yeah, so he's on his lunch now. We got him in the morning when he started working. He was just, upset because he's working in the morning, and now we got him later on, and he's eating his fries. I'm gonna say we're gonna go for it. We're gonna dive bomb that bitch. We are going to dive bomb this bitch for his fries. He has 4 HP and a +1 to hit and defense. Every window cleaner, yeah, canonically is the same dude. It is Topher Stanley Jr. is the window cleaner. Topher Stanley Jr., his son couldn't live up to the chopped cheese frisbee throwing, so he became a window cleaner. So, here we go. Topher Stanley Jr. has bag of fries. And we're gonna fuck him up for those fries. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's fight him. Let's fight him. So our first attack, 6. We are gonna go try and peck him. 9, or should we dive bomb? No, we'll peck. So first one, boom. We swoop on in and we peck at one of his fingers. Window cleaning is his mob job because he can only get, so he can get intel easily. Ooh, now we're building a character. Okay. So we swoop on, we peck. He's going to attack. 4. He has a +1. 2. So unfortunately, if I remember it, we get hit, right? We haven't done combat in a minute. Okay, draw a card as your opponent's attack or evade. 4. Draw a card and add the number of ticks for your evade skill, which we have 1, so it would be 3. So he does hit us. So Topher Stanley Jr., he is rather upset at us. So we fly on down and he smacks us. And boom. So we're back at 5 HP now. Gonna swing on down. Boom, a 3. Gonna peck again. Abso-fucking-lutely not. We try to get at his second finger, and he just pulls his hand away because, you know, he's a human and he has higher thought processes. He comes to attack us, and he absolutely smacks the shit out of us. Okay, we're at 4 HP. We can't let ourselves be defeated, especially in front of Crosafina, because this is a bag of fries for our love to her, right? Is this the fall of Crosa? Find out on the next episode of Uidsea Palsy. Our next... So he smacks the shit out of us. We're going to attack with our peck. And we fucking miss. He's going to attack. Fuck. And we get hit. We're down to 3 HP. We're going to hit for peck. 7. Boom. He's at 2 HP now. We fly on in. We try to get it. He punches us. Like, he straight punches us. We rebound for a minute, flap on back, get at one of his fingers. Boom. He's attacking. And he misses. Because we have evade, that'd be 11, that'd be a jack. I just want to know who's watching this window cleaner straight up fighting for fries. His like all his other buddies on the window cleaning crew. I'm assuming there's a few of them, so they're just watching and laughing their asses off as he's getting fucking manhandled by what's it called? So yeah, we just dodged. Now we're hitting, and we hit. Fucking king. Also, the office workers in the building, absolutely. Alright, so Topher's at 1 HP. He's gonna attack. We're gonna evade. 7 to 6. Unfortunately, he does hit us. Alright, we're at 2 HP. He's very whiskey with it, but it's okay. We're gonna attack. We miss. Yeah, absolutely we miss. Aces are a 1. He attacks. We have evade. We absolutely evade. Combat is very quick in this. We attack. We miss. We're just flying in circles. Crosafina's looking a little worried at us now. She goes, "Caw, caw," and it means like, my eternal love that I met 35 minutes ago. Please don't die from this human. What was that? Was that our attack or was that his? Because if that's the case, we missed. He hit. Oh god. We're at 1 HP. We can run. But I think this could be Krosif's last stand. We attack. 2. 10, 11. Still, we miss. We barely miss. He attacks. We have evade. 4 to 4. We evade. Thank God. We attack. Buddy! Buddy! We beat him! That's 4! That's 4! Yo! Topher Stanley Jr. Boom, we swing on in. Mostly some goddamn fries, right? I hope they are. This crow needs a long rest, 100%. So we fly on in, we peck him finally, and then he drops him. And then in a nice big swoop, a nice big circle, Krosif grabs him, and then he fucking swings on out with him. Krosifina, you know, she says like, which is like, I can't believe you bested Topher Stanley Jr. He's such a disgrace to the name Stanley, and his father would be incredibly upset at him. And then that's definitely what she said. So we fly on off. We beat him and take the fries. So, the good thing about that. What is that? What do the fries do? The fries. Where are the fries? Where are they? A bag of fries has a snack, can heal 1 injury for 2 uses. Yes. He has a swollen eye, and yeah, like the cartoon bandaged wing. Alright. So Krosif and Krosifina fly off. So in this next area, we're going to land, and we're going to take one of that HP off. And we're going to use it. And then, like, we share some fries with Krosifina, of course. And we're going to fly up to the next area, and we're going to use it. So we're back to 3 HP. So we're at half health. And then we're going to fly on up. Call their cocker. He's after fighting the window washer. Dude, I thought that was the end of Krosif. Honestly, I was really surprised. All right. And then we're going to swing on up here. Oh, we should have done an event, but whatever. So we land at our nest. And we have that hair tie. So we are able to make our little nest. And we have our nest. Well, so let's grab that. Got to new nest. With Crow Waifu, yeah. And build new home. All right, cool. So we got to our nest. We completed 3 of the 4 objectives, and now we have to generate a last one. 2. A crow has passed away near the park. Go find them, grab an entourage on the way, and perform a ritual. Well, we do have the use tools thing, so... At the park, where's the park? The park, so right near... we'll do like right next to it. So... Crow passed away in park. Grab friends and perform ritual. You know who we're going to look for. If we can, we're going to look for Gulp Force 5. But I think that's going to be the end for right now. I think so. We've done about 2 hours as per usual. So, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about Be Like a Crow? Now that we're getting pretty quick into it, honestly, like it goes pretty fast. I'm enjoying it. Do we want to see the stunning conclusion to Crowsif's story? I'm getting the set of books. It's a lot of fun, and dude, they're super cheap. They're like $10 or $15. I bought them at a local game store, so this was 25 and these two were 15, which, you know, support local business. But yeah, these are a lot of fun. Like, they're goofy. There's also Be Like a Cat, so you can also be like a cat if you want. But yeah, they're a lot of fun, I think. Tell you what, how about Wednesday? We will see the stunning conclusion to Crowsif's story. Ah, that sucks. To be fair, I had to go to 3 of them in my area to find one that even had any role-playing games. And then I found 2 in the same area that have a lot of them, so. But yeah, check them out. The company is criticalkit.co.uk, I think. Very fun. Like I said, they have these. They have a lot more. I definitely want to do more of the Critical Kit ones because they're just a lot of fun. Let's take a look real quick. Let's see. So they do both solo ones and like non-solo ones. They have Be Like a Crow. They have Be Like a Cat. The one that I was looking at was Aces Over the Adriatic, which is like a plane at your time Wednesday. Okay, cool. I mean, we're, you know, usually 6 to 8-ish. Or 7 to 9-ish. But yeah, Aces Over the Adriatic is one that I want to try. What other good ones do they have? Oh, dude, they have a Norse-themed crow one. Oh shit, the Feathers of Fjorgen. Oh, I didn't see that. That's dope. Fox Curio's Floating Bookshelf. Oh, it's about your little bookshelf shop. That's cool. Ooh, that's cool. It has fishing, it has townspeople and stuff like that. That's neat. I might actually grab that one. The other one I want to take a look at is Everspark. It's Everspark. It's a, you know, standard fantasy one, and it's very rules light. Yeah, they do some good stuff. Definitely check them out. Your ancestors are Odin's crows, absolutely. Crowsif? Maybe. I don't know about Crowsif, but dude, in 2 hours we got through all this. Like, we got through a lot of damn content. I mean, at the end of the day, eventually it's going to be samey. Like, you'll eventually generate, you know, pick the same event and generate things. But hey, you know, have fun. Have fun with it. Crowsif's was good. I like it. And then, yeah, either Wednesday or maybe Thursday, we will, one of the two. Wednesday or Thursday, we will do it. I think we'll do Thursday because I want to play more Sun and Moon, or Ultra Moon. But yeah, so thanks for hopping with us tonight. Thanks for hopping around. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you got to think, like, that's the first book. And like, I think there are 4 expansions. I have 2, and I think there's 2 more. Or I think maybe it guess it might have been that other Fjordur one, the other one. But I kind of want to do the Cthulhu one. We might save it for, we might save Cthulhu for Halloween, because I want to do an entire like month of horror RPGs for Halloween. So we have a few months. I have a few, but I need to grab a lot more. And that's fine. It's not going to be all horror themed, but if I can, as many as I can find, I want to. So, but yes, we are done for tonight. So thanks for hanging out, as always. I appreciate you guys being here, having fun, kind of indulging in this interesting hobby with me. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but honestly, like for streams, it's really fun. Like I look forward to Sundays now, whereas before I didn't really. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Critical Kit for making that. It's a nice way to ease back into like the work week, right? Okay. Well, we shall see you tomorrow with more Pokemon Ultra Moon. I started doing solo RPGs. See? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I wanted people to like be so excited and do it. It's so good. That's the thing. Like they're just so fun. Don't get me wrong, like you know, playing with a group of people is good. Playing is fun. But like sometimes you just want to do stuff on your own, right? So yeah. Now, if I can only if I'm going to remember my notes later on this week, we'll see. If we end up with Krosef's story pretty quickly, we might do another one. We'll see. If we can bang it out in like an hour, like the rest of his life, which is weird. You need to really schedule around as yourself, exactly. And my group, technically, is just you guys. Anyone who wants to watch. So I'm enjoying it. But yeah, we will see you later. Bye.